Alrighty, y'all. So I have finished my very first ever sketchbook, so I'm very excited to share it with you guys. So this is the front. You can actually barely see it against that table, can't you? But I don't have any stickers or anything fun on it, but that's okay. I see a lot of different YouTubers, like they'll fill up this front page with like drawings when they first get their sketchbook, but I didn't do that because, well, I didn't think about it until afterwards. And once you're done with the sketchbook, you kind of don't really want to go back and do it. Another kind of disclaimer is I feel like a lot of YouTubers, like their sketchbooks are full of these like really intricate, very done, very beautiful, like pretty much pieces of artwork. And my sketchbook isn't really like that. I use my sketchbook for like thumbnails. I use it to practice drawing and things like that. So yeah, I just want to let y'all know that before you got too into it. So this is just I was doing a painting of a boot, so I was just kind of figuring out the dimensions of it before I got into it. These are notes I took in a acrylic painting class that I was in. So that's another thing. I also use my sketchbook to take notes and stuff, so you'll see that. So another thing is my sketchbook is not in order. I usually keep like the dates and like what I did on top. And so usually I fill out like the right pages first and then I go back and do the left pages. And one reason I do that is something like this where I use charcoal. Now I have charcoal all over my fingers. I want to see if it transfers on the page so I can use this page for something else. That I like don't want charcoal. But these over here are just gesture practices, so I don't mind if it has a little charcoal. A little charcoal drawing, and this is a cone that I have, and then a sphere, and then a flower, and then I think this was some fabric, but yeah, that was just a little still life I did. When I first started drawing, I did a lot of still life, so you're gonna see that. So these are some thumbnails. And if you don't know what a thumbnail is, it's basically like you're kind of just laying out your ideas. This is a painting series that I want to do someday. This right here, I think is only let's get that nice and centered. I think this is the like third oil painting that I ever did. And with this, you'll see a few of these. I just take like canvas paper. I buy like loose leaf, basically canvas paper. And I paint. And I paint on it. And I paint on it on my notebook, as you can see from this, on my sketchbook from this right here. But yeah, this was another, so this is what I'm talking about, what I use my, my sketchbook for. So this is, this is a drawing I did before I did the painting. So it's in, the cone, the sphere, or the pyramid. I'm saying cone, pyramid, sphere, and the flower. These are some more gestures. I'm trying, what I really want to do with my artwork is to draw people, and I'm not very good at it. I want to draw and paint people. I'm not very good at it, so I'm trying to get better at it. So I'm trying to do a bunch of gestures. I think I'm going to make a separate video about that, so I'm not going to talk too much. And then we have, I guess you can't see them, but we have a friend visiting us. This is another still life that I did. This is a bell and an apple and an orange. I think I did a painting of this, but I'm not sure where that is. Can you see my cat here? Come here. Hi, friend. What's happening? This is fun. We're filming a sketchbook tour. You want to be a part of it? You were here through, all of it. You're just gonna stand there on my sketchbook? Come on, baby. Come on. Can we get down? Let's get down. Let's get down. Thank you. Thank you, sweet boy. All right, so a little interlude there with some cat action. These are more gestures. And this is actually a self-portrait of myself. And it looks pretty much like me. I've noticed through this sketchbook, I'll get these, I don't know if y'all can see them. Maybe I'll zoom in a little bit. Or maybe I'll just film another thing. I get these little dots throughout. You'll see it in other ones. I'll point it out. I don't know what it is. So if you know what that is, comment and let me know. This is a few drawings that I did. I did the first one just out of pen, the second one graphite, and then the third one I did with color pencil. And then this is a pen drawing I did when I was at the beach. So I'm not sure if it reads very well in this, but this is like a pathway, and like all of this is another little pathway, and over here is the water. There's a little ship out there. There's some little people playing on the beach. Most of it's just this like big sand dune with us grass and stuff sticking out of it. Because I'm new, I'm doing a lot of just like drawing practice. Like I'm just practicing, you know, doing things. So this is a contour drawing. If you don't know what that is, it's when you don't lift your pen or pencil from the paper, and you do a contour drawing of whatever you're wanting to do. So you look at it and then make a mark, you look at it, make a mark, look at it, make a mark. And so this is a blind contour. So what a blind contour is you do the same thing, but you're not allowed to like look at your still life at all. So it's supposed to help with your hand-eye coordination. This is what underhand. So I was holding the pencil underhand like that, which is not how I normally draw. And I think that was just something normal that I did. When I first started this, I wasn't as good at labeling what things were. So this is I think this day I couldn't figure out what to draw. And so in the mirror, I saw like my legs and feet, and then the wheels of my chair, and I thought it looked pretty cool. So I decided to draw that. And then this was, as y'all can see, I'm into the like challenges and stuff like that because I'm so new and I'm trying to learn. So I think this was just a 30-minute oil painting challenge that I did, and it's just like a potted plant. These were some flowers and then a bulb of garlic. And then this is that same setup, but this was I think it was a 30 stroke challenges. So it was to do an oil painting in just 30 strokes, and I really like how this turned out. And like I said, it's the same as the other still life. This is my fiance sitting in his chair playing video games. I was kind of trolling him. It doesn't really look like him at all. These are also him. This was like my 4th oil painting. It's not very good, but it's in here. This, I forgot what this was for. I'm not sure what this was for, but this is I think a thumbnail or a sketch for a piece that I was doing. This is a drawing of a painting that I wanted to do. I think it's super helpful, and I think most painters agree with this. It's really helpful to draw something before you paint it, because you kind of you just learn the surfaces of everything, you learn the depth, you just learn a lot about something by even painting it or drawing it in the first place. And drawing it is like kind of like a low pressure situation. So I have a time lapse of this on my page, so I'll link that so y'all can watch that. This is more gestures. This is a copy of Daria. I'm not sure how to pronounce her last name, but I'll link her below. This is actually what this is I made this for when I went to the airport so I could fill out something very repetitive, is why I was doing that. And it looks cool, obviously. But yeah, that is not mine. Not my original. This is a still life that I did. Like I said, I was doing a lot of still lifes when I first started out. I still am. So these are some sunglasses, a little flower, and then this was like a little silk pouch. I think it turned out pretty nicely. Oh, and this is a banana right here. I actually just noticed that. The banana looks kind of weird. More gestures. Another drawing of my fiance. More gestures. Something you're going to see a lot in my sketchbook is I like drawing skulls and I like drawing eyes. So this is It's a semi-blind contour. I'm not sure. So maybe that was, I'm not sure what I meant by that. And then this is a blind contour, and I wrote LOL blind contour, so yeah, it turned out pretty abstract, we'll say. This is more skulls. This is more gestures. This is a thumbnail for a painting I'm going to do for my fiance, so I'm going to blur this out. This is some notes I took for the painting. I'm going to blur this out because I don't want him to see it, and he watches my videos, and he's one of the only ones that watches my videos, so that wouldn't be very good. There's more gestures down here. More thumbnails for what I'm going to do for him. This is a painting I did, basically in the height of COVID. It was like newly spring, like everything was so beautiful around, and then there was just this pandemic looming in the air as well. So I think this captured my feelings at the time. More gestures. This you can't see very well. Gosh, you can't really see that at all. But this is I think we're kind of starting to get into like the coronavirus stuff, and this I was drawing outside of our apartment. You can't really see because I didn't add any shading to it, so you can't really see the depth, but I'm on our porch and we're looking out on like someone else's porch, and then there's a building back there. This is I was attempting to draw my cat, but he kept moving, so it's just like random bits of cat debris, basically. These next few pieces are my fiance. He was gone for a little bit at the beginning of the coronavirus stuff, so he was sending me pictures of him and his dog. So I just drew that really quick. And then I drew that so I could do this crazy, this crazy page. So, I like him to send me pictures of his dog while he's away, so these are all, it's like a conglomeration of all the pictures that he sent me of his dog. So this was just like the practice drawing, and then this is the like finished like with color and stuff, and this was like kind of fun and just for a joke. This one's my favorite. And these are, I don't know if it reads very well, but these are, the dog is in water, if you can't tell. And I don't know if y'all can see this, but these is what I'm talking about with the little black dots. Like, I don't know where it comes from, because it doesn't seem to be on the, like, nothing I did on this page would transfer to this, and nothing that I did on this page would have transferred those black dots onto this, so I don't know where they come from. This, I was just, I think I got new color pencils, so I was just testing those out. This is a still life of a boot, and then there's a flower right there. I think it came up pretty nicely. More gestures, more skulls, and then this is a skeleton. The skeleton is actually like, this is basically a still life, and this skeleton is actually really, really tiny, so I think that came out pretty good. More gestures. This is a skeleton arm, and it's kind of like this, like that's kind of the angle of it, and then there's a flower coming out of it. I thought that was cool. Like, almost like the fingers would have been going into the petals, and then the actual arm is the stem of the flower, was the idea behind that. These are, like I said, I have a trend of eyes and skulls. That's what I really like. So these are two paintings I did of eyes. This is some notes that I took about gesture, I think. What are these about? Putting mine down. Yeah, these are some notes I did about gesture. These are a few gesture drawings. This is, me and my fiance, we don't live in the apartment we used to, so I was just kind of being, you know, pre-nostalgic and drawing our apartment bedroom before we left. And this is the kitty cat. More gestures, and then this, again, I'm trying to draw my cat. He was on a shoe. It was so cute. And he moved, so I couldn't finish it. These are, again, trend of eyes. So these are some eyes that I did. I did them in, I did two or three of each, graphite, marker, and pen. So I have 3 in each. So graphite, pen, marker, graphite, pen, marker. Yeah, I really liked it. I had just gotten that marker that marker set was like a gray tone set, so I wanted to try it out. So I'm trying to think which one's my favorite. Y'all should comment below which one's your favorite. I think maybe that one. I really liked the marker, like the softness of it was really nice. This I was learning about the Loomis head. These are so silly. I was learning about the Loomis head, so I was trying to, I think I just went on this website that would give you random celebrities. So I was trying to just draw random celebrities with the Loomis head, and they're pretty scary. So we have, you know, Edgar Allan Poe, David Letterman looks really creepy, Mother Teresa, Heidi Klum, Joe Montana, and Emma Watson looks nothing like Emma Watson. I'm sure, you know, Joe Montana doesn't look like that. That one, who's that one up there? Raoul Wallenberg. I don't know who that is, I'm gonna be honest.
This brief commercial break is brought to you by My Ignatz.
Raoul Wallenberg was a Swedish diplomat in Nazi-occupied Hungary who led an extensive and successful mission to save the lives of nearly 100,000 Hungarian Jews from the Nazi regime. Raoul Wallenberg seemed to be an honorable man, and I'm truly ashamed that I didn't know who he was, and I encourage you to look him up as well. All right, y'all, back to the sketchbook.
The painting that I did, I drew, like I said, I was being very nostalgic about this area that me and my fiance were living in. So I was, from the window, I was drawing my view. These are just more gestures over here. And then this is kind of a more detailed sketch of the restaurant we could see from our window. Again, more gestures. I don't know if y'all want to see these. Like I said, I'm going to do a separate video on these, so I'm not going to talk about those much. This was a pin drawing. I don't know why I drew this so many times. This is more gestures. This is basically, I don't know why I got really into this Loomis head thing, so I think I was trying to do this here, but this is a lesson on why you don't try to draw while you're listening to something. Especially when you're like listening something that needs to be listening to, not just like music that you have on the background. But I was trying to do gestures of Eric Weinstein and Lex Friedman while I was listening to them talk, and as you can tell, they did not come out very well. But that's what that is. So that's why you don't multitask. Like if you're drawing, draw, and if you're listening to an intellectual conversation, then and listen to an intellectual conversation. These are more gestures with a focus on trying to really carve out the abs. This is, again, I got like really into this Loomis head thing. I don't know why, but this is just a random practice. A girl with short hair. This is for a strawberry painting that I was doing. So I was just kind of just drawing it very big, and then I don't know why I didn't just stick with this one. I'm not sure why I did that. Strawberry sketch. Maybe I just wanted to sketch it out really quickly. It does look like these were on very different days, so. And this is a more detailed strawberry sketch for that painting. More of the, what I was talking about earlier, they're gestures with a focus on the abdominals. This is a self-portrait of me. It doesn't look like me, really, at all. It kind of looks like Mona Lisa, really, now that I'm looking at it. But yeah. It's so crazy hard to draw yourself. Or not just yourself, really, anyone. Like, likeness really is the hardest thing, because, you know, you make a few, like, minor manipulations, and then it just doesn't look like you at all. More gesture practice, my goodness. These are thumbnail sketches I did for a painting of a dog. So I was trying to figure out which lighting I wanted and what like the composition I guess I wanted. So like, did I want him like this? Did I want to do close up? And then these are more the lighting. Like, do I want the lighting to be dark around here and light here? And so I was trying to figure that out. More gestures. And I was just drawing, I figured out that I did want his like entire head. I wanted the painting to end like right here. So this is another drawing of that. I like this was not on purpose, but I like the two eyes. It kind of makes him look like an alien. That's pretty cool. More gestures, and then kind of a more detailed drawing. Like I said, I really like to draw things at least once, if not a few times before I paint it. It just kind of makes you more familiar with the subject. It's pretty nice. This is more gestures. This is the painting I did. This is the, we'll turn this over and talk about this. This is the, what am I trying to think of? What's the word? The color study. This is the color study of the painting that I did. So you do a color study initially just to figure out the colors you want to use, the lighting you want to use, different things like that. So yeah, this is a color study of the painting I did. I will link to that that video if y'all want to watch that. Very noble pup. More gestures. This I was trying to do a Loomis head of. Again, I got really into this Loomis head thing. I don't know if I should go back to that or if I should never go back to that. I don't know. And I was trying to do me and my fiance, and obviously I ceased. More gestures. My goodness. These are notes for a video. More gestures. This is a charcoal drawing of. We've got a cone, a square, a pyramid, cylinder, and a sphere. They say in the art world, if you can draw those things, then you can draw anything. So it's good to practice that. And then we're almost done, you guys. More gestures. Last gestures, I think. Oh no, the last page is gestures too. Never mind, my bad. So more gestures, and then this is a detailed drawing of an eye. I think I think a lot of times it's good to just like, you know, really, well, one, I like drawing eyes, but I think it's good to just sometimes really like get in there and like just draw every little detail, even if you don't like realism, even if it's not your thing. It really teaches you about a subject, so that's good. And then the last page is, of course, more gestures, and that is the end of it. Like I said, y'all, that is the first sketchbook that I ever filled out, so I'm super excited, and I'm excited to share with y'all. So thank y'all for watching. I appreciate it, as always. Leave comments down below if there's something, you know, if you have anything to say, if there's something you like really think I need to work on, anything like that. I'd be happy to hear it. And you know, I'm just beginning on this art journey, and I'm happy that y'all are coming along with me. So thank y'all for watching, and I hope y'all have a great day.